guy's a real jerk. I mean, this guy was a real jerk. This guy's 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 a real This guy's a real jerk.
Is that song about me? Hey, who would you talk to? What's going on? It is me, the guy, I guess that's in the song. Mike Leopard King, Mike L. This is Legit Paranormal 101, brought to you by legitpodcast.com. Joining me, as always, for another class, Sarah Paranormal. How are you, Sarah?
Hey, bud, how big was that fish again? Was a fish this big?
We're talking about you guys were discussing how, for some reason, I guess men in their profiles pose with fish.
Yeah, yes, I remember.
So you did I couldn't take a picture of a fish, so I had to be like, and I'm not gonna go like, I'm gonna go like, you know what I mean? It's, you know. So, what do we got in store for us for class tonight? Who's our guest? What's going on?
So I was scrolling through Facebook, I believe yesterday, as I do, and I came across a very interesting post, partly in relation to some paradrama that's going on, partly in relation to females and their safety during paranormal investigation. So I messaged this lovely lady who has been on before. She is an author. She is a paranormal consultant. And
all right, let's not give her a big head. Let's just bring Angel on.
Angel
Vaow, everybody. How are you, Angel?
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Hi, guys.
So, Angel, let me tell you my reaction to this. So, when Sarah said, "Yeah, we're going to discuss paradrama," right?
Mm.
My stomach churned, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be on that show. And then I was like, but then that'll be like the third time that like Angel does a show, and I'm just not there. So, Sarah, made sure that I was here. Also, there's some threats. I won't say those publicly because I don't want to get in trouble. But so here we are. How do we want to open this class? Because here's what, because it's almost like this. If you're coming into the paranormal world, expect any sort of drama to be blown out of proportion, to be spread like it was before the days of the internet. Like you've never seen people whisper or send notes or get a word across a room quicker than that. Now, is it because these are people that live for action or finding out stuff? I mean, this all plays into drama, right? Like, I'm not saying like the paranormal is drama. I'm saying that to pursue something, to go after something, to want to know more about somebody, their info, their background, this, that, the other, that feeds into the whole drama thing, doesn't it? Sarah, you want to say that first? You think?
Are you saying that? So like our instincts as paranormal investigators, which is to like dig stuff up, basically, is to then we end up digging stuff up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I heard this knock. Just like I'm not going to rhyme that. What I'm trying to say is, no. I think it's pre-built, almost like the music world is. That's another show. Angel.
Yes.
When it comes to this, what would you tell somebody starting out in the paranormal world about paradrama?
To avoid it. and to most certainly come to your own conclusions with anything. And it's not just paranormal, with anything in life. You got to come to your own conclusions. I'm not big on making people choose sides. I don't like to be put in that position. I don't want somebody, you know, coming at me and saying, well, this person did this, so you shouldn't like them. Let me find out for myself. You know what I mean? Let me see what kind of proof is out there. You know, I hate to say it, but I can't just go by somebody's words to you know, validate what actually happened. I wasn't there.
First of
So
all,
I
that's in life, right? That should be in life. You don't,
right.
so no one
Same.
tells me, like, don't talk to that person anymore. It's like, what? Why? Well, because they did this. Well, let me talk to him or her and find out, and I'll let you know. But it also, in this day and age where, like, it almost feels like, what are you like, cancel someone? Like you just give me a break. Like, you got to hear the other side of something. Just because I hear Sarah said something about me, all right, I can't talk to Sarah anymore. Just because I heard that.
Right.
All right,
Right.
continue with your
Right.
paradrama situation. What you got going?
So yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing is, you know, stop trying to make people take sides. And, you know, if you're going to accuse an owner, an investigator, anybody, if you're going to accuse somebody, have something to back it up. Because if not, all you're doing is spreading drama throughout the internet. You're causing, you know, disruption in the paranormal community. You're drawing sides. You know, you're causing all this soap opera bullshit that
Yes, they are.
it's we have enough to deal with. Our whole presence in the paranormal community should be to go out seeking answers, asking questions, investigating, and working as a community, because I thought we were all on the same page. But people have taken that way too far. Egos, arrogance. It's, you know, this person has a problem with that person, so they try and get as many people as they can on their side to kind of attack this, you know, these other people. It's ridiculous, and it breaks my heart to see that we're so involved in all the drama more so than what the paranormal is about. And it's been going on for years and years. And I don't want to say that I'm neutral. You know, I don't take sides unless something happens to me personally from somebody. I'll take sides, but I'm not going to take sides just because somebody comes to me and says Mike's an idiot. You know what I mean? Or
As they
Sarah's
do.
mean. That's
As they do.
their perspective. You may not be mean to me. You might be a very sweet man. You might not be an idiot, you know what I mean, to me. So I can't go by somebody else's judgment. I've never been like that. I never will be like that. I got to find out for myself, you know.
Sarah?
That's my biggest problem right now.
My biggest takeaway from what I've read today, and I actually don't know what, Angel, your post is related to, so I'll ask you about that. But you said something about choosing sides, and I was in this position not that long ago, and I was told, because there was paradrama, and someone was accused of something that I knew wasn't true, that I needed to pick sides. You tell me that I got to pick sides if I have to, if you're going to corner me. I'm not going to choose the side of the person that's forcing me to choose a side.
Right.
Because why are you trying to control me like that? And I think that we should stand up for people when we know something is false and a rumor is being shared. So that's the only time that I would want to get involved, is if I know, and this is a friend of mine, and I know them well enough to know, and I've talked to them, that whatever rumor is being spread is not true. I'm gonna stick up for that person. And I'm going to say, hey, you know, I kind of know some of this story, and this is not true. I'm not going to just, you know, completely like shy away, you know. And the other thing I see people doing is posting a lot of crap about people and then blocking them so they can't even defend themselves. Like, if you are going to say shit about me and you're so convinced you're right, what's the problem with me responding?
Right. Right. I agree.
Everyone should be able to have their voice. If drama is going to be, best to just not bring up drama at all. But if you're going to bring it up, let me respond.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
I I agree
All right.
wholeheartedly.
So if you're watching, please hit the like, subscribe button. So I guess so.
I mean, the other thing you have to consider also, and you know, I modeled when I was younger, and I modeled with celebrities. So I've been around celebrities pretty much my entire life. Okay, athletes, models, actors, actresses, musicians. Okay. Some of them have been in situations where they were accused of something that they did not do. I was in the moment, like I was at this particular event, you know, and I knew something like
Didn't
this
happen.
did not happen. Okay. But what happened was, you know, when you come out and you accuse somebody and you don't have proof, and if you are lying, you're going to get caught up in slander. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of friends of mine, celebrity friends, have court dates out there right now as we speak because they're fighting for their reputation and their names, you know what I mean? So you have to take that into consideration too when you're out there name dropping people and blasting people on the internet. You know, one, you better make sure you know the complete story before you start running your mouth and taking sides. And two, you better be prepared that if it's not correct, you could have lawsuits against you for slander because you
Right.
want to, you know, look good in the face of somebody that, you know, has started a rumor or whatever. And that's unfortunately, you know, the rumors. Wow.
Yeah, because
They're
we spend a lot of
contagious.
time working on our reputations and building ourselves up. So that's worth something, especially if you've put in a lot of work. So people should be careful because slander and defamation are definitely things you want to avoid.
Right.
But Angel, when you say accused of things that didn't happen, are we talking about things that are sexual in nature or inappropriate in that type of way, or just in general?
One incident that I was involved, not I was involved with, I was present for.
Mhm.
A woman, you know, she got a little tipsy at a party, and she was actually the one coming on to my friend that's a celebrity, and
Okay.
she got really touchy feely. And when he, you know, didn't
Rebuffed.
want her advances, all he
Yeah.
did was put his hands up on her, like on her arms, and just kind of, you know, nudged her back. He didn't push her, didn't do anything outrageous, was literally just getting her out of his face and wanted her to stop touching him. 2 weeks later, there's something in the tabloids about this, you know, man manhandling this woman. He did not. And you know, I was there. I saw the whole thing. I was present for the entire incident. And it, you know, and I ended up having to write a letter of character and a statement saying that I was there. I saw what happened. I heard what happened. This is not what she's saying happened. Now, is that the case for everything? No. I mean, there are women out there that are sexually harassed and assaulted. This particular case, but because he was a celebrity, he was easy
Yeah.
target, you know,
And it
and
doesn't help the
it's not
situation.
fair. No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. It really doesn't, because there are women out there that have been abused and, you know,
Mhm.
accosted and what have you, and you know, their stories do need to be out there, and they do need to be, you know, supported and found justice for. But not every story is true, and I'm sorry, that's probably not a popular opinion among the women, but I myself have been through a lot of stuff. So for me to sit
Mhm.
here and say not all of that is true, it's a lot. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
all right.
It's
But so check this paradrama, right?
mhm.
So, all right, let's say tomorrow morning you wake up and you find someone is personally attacking you. How do you handle it?
Ooh.
What's your course of actions? What's your plan?
Honestly, I would probably, well, I would reach out to that person. I've had an incident with this somebody within the paranormal. She's very well known, not dropping names, but she's very popular among the paranormal community. She has a haunted location.
She goes
We
by the name. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, we had done an event together. And some things went down over the weekend, and for whatever reason this woman decided to blame me and come out with these outrageous accusations saying that I was banned from this convention. And I mean, this was all over the internet. I had tons of messages that next morning talking about Angel, you need to get on her page. She's talking all this shit, blah, blah, blah. The place that she was talking about that I got banned from, she actually got banned from that weekend, not me. I have a very strong connection with this place, and they would never ban me. I've been a part of this convention for like 10 years. She was actually banned, but somehow, I guess, and with her popularity, she thought she was going to get over on me and hurry up and get this story out there. And thank goodness that my followers were like, no, there's no way. We know her. She wouldn't do that. And that's her place. There's no way in hell they would ban her. I mean, I would have hundreds of people come to this convention just to see me alone. So they know that I did not get banned from this place. But just something like that. I mean, I was being attacked throughout the night and didn't even know it till the next morning, like Mike said. But I was right on it. I sent her a message immediately. I was like, what is this shit? What are you talking about? Fix it. Because if you don't, I'm going to name you on the internet and I'm going to point this out to everybody. So I'm giving you a chance to retract it, get rid of it off your page. She did. She ended up giving me, a personal like apology and everything. She actually went on and did a video saying that she misnamed me and that she shouldn't have done it. And because I confronted her, I didn't just let it go, but I didn't blast her on the internet. I didn't put her name out there publicly. I contacted her privately and handled the situation because that's what adults do. You don't just blast somebody online. At least I don't think you should.
As long as it's because she didn't block you, so you were able to do that. So, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
I just don't. I think that people should just keep other people's names out of their mouths. Period. Like if someone's doing something really terrible, it's gonna come to light eventually. People might jump on the bandwagon. I can't talk now. I'm catching Mike's thing. For a little while. But it's gonna if people are terrible, other people will figure it out. They're not dumb.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna start.
You start.
I'm like a dog that's looking at the rubber ball. You guys won't throw it. All right. First off, you always keep your mouth shut. You never rat on your friends, and you don't say anything to anyone. Period. You live your life. They live in their head. Let them live their life. If they do something wrong, stop them at the time. All right, let's start with that. Secondly, I've been doing this now, paranormal stuff, for a good 3 solid years. And, oh my God, I've gotten more hate than you know what I mean? No, as you would think I'm the vanilla ice of the paranormal world. Like you would think I'm that bad. And the reality of it is no, I'm serious because I'll get people to say stuff like, well, how can you ask a paranormal investigator a question when you're not a paranormal investigator? And I'm like, well, that question doesn't even make sense because I could be a photographer at Sears that does family portraits. I can still ask a paranormal investigator a question. What are you talking about? Okay. Then I've been personally attacked by, I don't know, 3, 4 people. Private messages put up, family contacted, smear campaigns, stuff that so you know what's weird too is some of the stuff that I've been claimed to do. I'm like, ooh, I wish I did that. That's so cool. I wish I could pull that off. I'm hearing these things oh, really? Oh my God, if I did that, I have no problems. So I've stayed steadfast with the way I've handled it, and from the start of this to now, and it's a really important way that I prepare myself. I don't care. I just don't care. I don't even respond. I have not even answered back anyone ever. I don't respond. I let it sit there. I just let it sit there for a couple of days, and you know what? Either someone just takes it down because it's they realize, should I be doing this? Or they're going to live their fantasy world. Look, the thing is, I guess I'm in a different position because I don't care who gives me credibility. I don't care who says anything. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm an old curmudgeon. I live in my own world where I don't care what they're saying I did. You know, the worst part is it's great publicity. It's great publicity sometimes, especially when it works with someone like me. Because, like, you want me to be a bad guy? Come check out if I am that bad guy. But I'm not
Right.
going to respond to these people because, one, they're projecting. Two, they're weak people, weak-minded. I mean, they're bored. They have nothing to do but do this, right? And most importantly is they do not like themselves. Like, they project what they don't like upon other people. Sometimes the real liars will say that someone did something they did because they're just not very creative, and they just think, "Oh, well, what's the horrible thing that I did? Ooh, I'll say he did it."
Right.
You get that too, and it's like, do I want to ever argue over someone's like sanity or correctness or what planet they're on right now? Because sometimes I'll read something and I'll be like, where do you think you are right now in life? Like, tell me where you are, because it doesn't even, you're not even on the same planet. Like, I don't know what you're saying. So I would say just, that's the problem with having a career. You got to worry about it. Like me personally, I have one. I'll do everything, but I still don't care what they say because I don't. Because they don't matter. Like, here's the thing: they really don't matter. They don't. And I've had people come up and say stuff like, "Oh, I heard this happen." I'll be like, "Yeah, is that what you heard?" And no one ever asked me. And worst off, and I'll stop my rant. Not a phone call.
Mm.
No one reaches out. I've tried to reach out to different people. No one. Just blast. No contact. Not like the old days. Hey, let me tell you something. You're a jerk. I am? Why? And then we hash it out. No, none of that. Just splat. That's what you are now.
It's
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Keyboard warriors.
These people have gray in their hair, though. We're not talking about little kids. We're talking about people that are like, I'm 85. So I would say people 20, no. What's 85 minus 30, Sarah? Is it 55? Yeah. No, let's say 35. No, let's just, I'm kidding. 35 to like about my age, right? They're doing this. They're loving it. They see, Angel, you were trying to reason with it a little bit ago, and you can't. It's like reasoning with the Joker. Like, you're saying, why did they do this? Why would they want to do this? And why does it matter more to them than the paranormal itself? That's my honest to God answer to you is, it just does, because that's just how they are, and there is no changing who they are. They love it. They love it. Some people love that stuff, man. They live for it.
Right.
They love drama, and in the paranormal world, again, little communities, cliques.
Yeah.
Right. Little
I
clubhouses.
think there's a select few that are actually making posts trying to make a difference, and they think in their heart that they're doing the right thing. I can get on board with that, you know what I mean? But it's the ones that are just constantly drilling it every day. You should hate this person. You should not go to this location. You know, it's constant.
So Angel, before you get off that, the people that are trying to make a difference, are they saying these locations are stealing money, these events are stealing money? The only time I've ever put anyone on blast is because someone sold me equipment and stole my money. It was a lot of money.
Well, that's theft. That's theft.
And then wouldn't respond to me, so I posted online, and eventually it got handled. So are you doing a service if you're warning other people about possibly fraudulent activity in that type of way?
I think the best way to handle that, instead of, just dropping somebody's name, I think is, if you want to post something, hey, I had this happen at this location, this person took my money. If you want to know, message me.
Yeah.
That would be a more adult way to do
it. You're not warning them.
Somebody.
I'm sorry, you're not warning them. What you're doing there is like you're blasting out, like, you're blasting out their name. You're saying what your experience was. You're giving your opinion of something. Like that's what
Like
a
a
warning is
review.
to me. Yeah, it's a review basically. It's not a warning.
Yeah.
So like what she's saying is more of a warning. I had a bad experience. If you really want to hear about it, I'll tell you about it. That's
Mhm.
I got to take the time to tell you about it. So that's not me saying I was here and this is what happened and this is the type of person that guy was. So
Right.
everybody
Well,
stay away.
what
That's your
Sarah's talking
review.
about though, with the person getting her for the money for the equipment, that's a lot different than people out there accusing people of sexual assault and that kind of thing. So it's completely different.
You need to be so careful. Like that is not okay. So sexual assault. This is not a Facebook thing. This is a authorities thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Essay.
Right.
It's not.
Yeah. And my biggest thing is, I think if somebody does something like that, that's inappropriate, touches somebody, inappropriately, says something, whatever, I'm not saying that they shouldn't, be brought to justice and that shouldn't be handled. The problem is most of these men, and in my experience, most of these men are married with children. We have hundreds and hundreds of mutual friends. There's a lot of connections there. But the problem is when you blast somebody like that and name them online, you're not just blasting them. You're blasting their wife, their children, their friends, their family. You know what I mean? And then now all of a sudden, this one bad person, now you got your entire family and loved ones involved. Now the spotlight's on them. Now they're humiliated. They don't know what to do. And they got all these people, rushing them saying, how could you be married to that? Or how, it's not fair to them. No. So that's why I say take it up privately. And if it's something that's really bad and somebody's hurt you in any way, sexually or anything like that, go to the authorities because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to blast somebody online and say they touched me wrong. No, take care of it and go to the authorities.
Let us split.
Just makes sense.
Let us split physical contact from verbal words.
Okay.
All right. Anything physical contact, first of all, should never happen in any scenario. Secondly, that's actually like theft. That's assault or something. Someone saying horrible words to you is just your feelings getting hurt.
Yep.
No, I'm talking when I'm saying words. I'm saying inappropriate words, sexual innuendos. Over excessive flirting. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about somebody saying, "Hey, you're a jerk," or you're a horrible investigator. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying
but this is what you're talking about though is just men.
No,
period. No. Men. Where are you not? Where a guy just starts talking inappropriately and he doesn't know when to shut up.
There are certain instances, and Angel, you're a guy, but Angel, agree with me. There are certain instances where it's like you can brush it off and you can be like, that's just a guy being a guy. And then there are some instances
creepy
where it becomes creepy and you actually start to feel threatened. And that's where it's not okay, is if I feel like if I start feeling fear, that's not okay. And especially if I tell you to stop.
Right.
Yeah. And so I will what I want to ask Angel, because we got, brand new people watching. So the paranormal community, we do investigations, all that. There's all these paracons. People are these paracons. There's always alcohol. They go to investigations. Shouldn't really drink while we're investigating, but people do. Right. Whether they do or not, you're sometimes at night. We're females. We could be alone, cornered in dark places.
Jesus Christ, what are you investigating? Go ahead.
It's dark, abandoned buildings.
You should never be cornered in a. Here's just a rule on life. Try not to get cornered in dark rooms. All right, good. Continue.
But that's
it's all dark.
I'm just saying, try not to get cornered. That's all I'm saying.
So say the last show, Mandy said she went into the fridge to do a solo. Say there was so we do that all the time. I do it when I do the Gansfeld. I'm isolated. I will go as far away as I can, if I can, in a dark place, and I'll be blindfolded with noise canceling headphones on. So I'm alone. It's dark. I can't see and I can't hear. How do I protect myself in those situations? I have a camera phone on me at all times so that the rest of my team can see what's going on in that room. Like that's one example of a way that you can protect yourself if you have to be alone. I have a camera set up.
Are you protecting yourself from a ghost right now or a real person?
A real person.
Okay. So someone's watching you do the Gansfeld method, correct?
Yes.
That's the person who should be watching out for the other person.
For the other people, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, problem solved. I don't understand what the problem lies.
No, we're giving new people tips on how they can protect themselves if they're in these types of
have someone with you. Yeah.
I mean, I don't encourage people to go off alone at all, even with cameras and whatnot, because you don't know what you're going to run into as far as the living, not the dead, but the living.
Yeah.
I did an experiment a couple years ago, and we had surfaced the entire location. Nobody was in there at the time. Later on that night, when we actually got started, I walked down and went into a jail cell by myself, and I'm sitting there, and I could hear somebody walking back and forth around the corner. I knew it wasn't any of my crew. It was a homeless man. And thank the gods, this man was not harmful or anything. But when I came out the corner and saw this person that wasn't a member of my crew, and he was pulling a little basket behind him, you know what I mean? Like, he just showed up out of nowhere. So I don't encourage any, especially women, to go off by themselves anywhere, whether you have cameras or not. I don't let my crew do it. I don't do it anymore. it's just something I don't feel good about. But this is the other thing, and I let people know this from the get-go. When I'm on an investigation, my recorder, my digital recorder,
your voice recorder,
I hit record the moment I step out of my car. It is in my pocket. It is going the entire time. That right there is, I did that not only to protect myself, but if I'm in a situation where somebody is getting too touchy-feely or saying the most inappropriate things, like I was talking about having proof before. Yeah, you need proof if you're going to accuse somebody of something.
Yeah,
my recorder goes constantly. That's what an investigator should do anyway, because you never know when you're going to get an EVP. That was always my philosophy on it. But as I started working with more people in the community and being put in those situations where I was being touched inappropriately in dark places or said things to, I started putting that recorder on from the moment I step out of my car, and it runs the entire time. So if you want to be stupid and try and come at me when I'm on an investigation, yeah, I'm going to have proof that you're being an idiot.
I'm going to start doing that at events too. Because it happens at events where people will say something about you that's not true.
Yep.
Say you just happen to walk off somewhere with a male, and then, a whole rumor starts.
Right. Yes.
If I had a recorder running, I could have saved myself a lot of headaches there.
Or has been my so let me first say that I am a man. I'm a hypocrite.
Oh, you are?
We're hypocrites by nature. We really are. So there's a squirrel in the house. Did anybody just hear that?
There's
What's in the house?
A squirrel.
There's a squirrel in your house?
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe you should go handle that, bud.
No, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Live action and jump up in the ceiling and catch it? I could do that, but it's a squirrel.
What, are you going to wait until we hear the kids and your wife screaming?
He'll probably go out. Out the window. Let me go. Earl, get the bag. You know what I mean? What am I doing? I don't even know where I am now that the squirrel did that to me.
Jesus.
I was going to say that.
You are a man.
Yes. I guess a son and daughter, same age. And I let him do stuff that I wouldn't let her do. I think it's okay for this, but I don't think it's okay for that. But I'm a hypocrite, so I'll admit to that. Like, I see different scenarios. As far as any advice I've ever given to my daughter, it's simple advice. 1, all men are evil. Just go with that and build up. Secondly, don't ever go anywhere alone. Anywhere. She was at college. I'm like, you guys all share that one bathroom? She's like, yeah. Like, you take a bathroom buddy with you? She's like, to the bathroom? I'm like, to the bathroom. Like, at all times. That's just, you know what is, Angel, too? I've been at events, especially if I'm in control of people. I don't have as good a time as I should because I am too much like, I just want to make sure everyone's cool. Like, you do whatever it is that you do, but I just want to make sure no one gets too much because I don't want that's what I don't want my name attached to. I don't ever want to see that, like, does anybody hear the patter of feet?
Yeah.
Do you hear it?
I'm dying right A squirrel stole the show. That's great.
Oh my God. How to protect
The
yourself.
only other thing that could be is a mouse.
Oh.
Making that much sound? That's a big ass mouse.
Or RAT.
I got 2 gigantic dogs. I have a small, let's call her a lab mix because you can't say other
She's
things for
not
insurance
small.
reasons. And then I have about 150 pounds, a 150-pound mastiff lab, all kinds of stuff mixed dummy. You'd think they would come down here, these 2 dopes. Where are my dogs? You dopes. They should be hunting a mouse. Or I also have a psychotic cat that lives in the house. Got to let her loose. I'm gonna have to stick the cat in the ceiling because I'm not.
No, don't.
You ever move drop ceiling? You can never.
No, I don't like doing that.
The panels never go back. You pop up,
Yeah.
you try to move them, they just drop in the wrong spot, and you're just like playing like some sort of weird Tetris, and I don't like it. We'll run the heat. Maybe I'll kill it the heat. I don't know what to do. I want a live action it. I've considered doing that before, but I was.
All right. If you're gonna live action it, give someone a camera. Please.
You watch that
for the
show.
love of
That was one of
God.
the best shows that's ever been on TV. This guy would just, you'd be like, we got something in the house. We got something in the house. He's like, what is it? We don't know. And he would just go. It could be anything. It could be a raccoon, a turtle, whatever. And my man would be like, he put his head in there and he'd be like, lava. He'd just jump at it, pull it out. I love that show. Shout out to Daniel Benoit, who had him at the Bigfoot Con last year. So Angel, these people, right? I guess what I'm trying to say is this is one of those things where no matter how many times we point out the blatantly obvious of why you shouldn't do X, Y, and Z,
Mhm.
I just feel like you're not going to change but maybe one person because they just don't listen. Like, in other words, if it's somebody that's capable of these things to begin with, hearing someone tell them that it's wrong is not going to stop them from doing it. I wish it did. I wish they'd pay attention, but that's one of the things is that's not a high commodity, paying attention. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what do you do? So then what do you do? Like, what do you do when you're dealing with something or someone that you can't change their mind? You can't reason with them.
Mhm.
And they like it. They like the thrill of it, man. Some people like the blood in the water. And you know what I noticed too? One of the big one? How about this? The minute something goes down and has your name involved, you watch who contacts you, who gives you a heads up, or who just kind of like a curling stone just slowly fades out of the picture. Next thing you know, they're way down here. And you're like, that's weird. That's another thing you got to worry about with drama, but that's drama. So there was rock band drama, which is within local bands. There's like, it's more competitive. Like if you think paranormal is competitive, like rock is bands are like about, you get on stage, you try to outdo who just came before you. That's just what it was.
Right.
So when I came over to this whole paranormal community, first I noticed the comparison of somebody would walk by. I remember somebody walked by and I bumped into them and everyone's making a big deal out of who they were. And they're like nobody to me. So walk by me and they're like, oh, this is so-and-so from the Ghost Killers. Oh my God, there's this TV show that's on Nickelodeon and it's like, it's got real blood and guts. And I'm like, that's not the real words, but that's what I was hearing. Like I was just like, what? Like I don't know who that was. They're like, oh my God, how do you not know who that was? And like the worship they kind of had for people like that have been on TV shows to talk about like ghosts and all that stuff. I get the interest in wanting to speak to somebody like that because everybody there wants to tell their story. Everybody at a Paracons just wants to walk up to somebody and go, hey, Sarah Paranormal, man, I love you on that show. Let me tell you my story that I had with ghosts. That's what that is to me. And if that's not what it is, that's cool. But there's only so much of that go around. So you got to fill that time with some conversation. And it's easy to say, you know, so-and-so is a jerk. Oh, he is? Why? Bang, we're off and running. And that's like how it goes. Then there's jealousy. If they don't like what you're doing, they're going to wait and they're going to blast at you. And they just, because they don't want to see you happy. If they're not happy, you're not going to be happy.
Right. Yep. Misery loves company.
Where does Angel, let me ask you that, where does like the jealousy and stuff I'm addressing that Mike just said, it's true. When people are like, I watch people's posts on Facebook and I wonder, how many ghost shows do people think are going to be on TV? Like, what's their aim? Do we all think we're going to be famous? Do we all think we're going to be the one to like actually find proof? What is it? What are we competing for? Like, why? Why are we competing?
I have no idea. I've always had an issue with people that were into it for their egos and fame. Always. In every book I've written on the paranormal, I bring that up because it just makes no sense to me. There's no room for egos, and this is not a community where there needs to be superstars.
Right.
We all need to work together. We should all be doing the same thing, and when you put somebody on a pedestal, it gets to the point that, they can do no wrong. And some of these people that are on these pedestals are some of the worst, not just investigators, but people in general. I've been around them, you know what I mean? I know, and that disheartens me because all these celebrities out there that have these TV shows and accumulated all this fame and fortune, and they weren't even really investigators. I mean, a lot of these people that are on these shows maybe have at the max 10 years of experience, and that to me, that you don't get credit for something that you just jumped into, when there's those of us that have been doing this. I've been doing it for 40 years. Paranormal has been my life for 40 years.
I have to stop you right there because I haven't been doing it that long, but I promise you, I have read more books, done more studying, and done more investigating than some people that said they've been doing it for 40 years.
Right, but do you think you deserve a spot on TV because of it?
No, I don't think I deserve a spot on TV because of anything.
Wait.
That's the difference. Yeah.
Wait. How do you deserve a spot on TV?
That was my point. No one deserves a spot on TV.
Right. Nobody deserves that.
Nobody deserves that.
No, but I mean, like in other words, do we? First off, I agree. The term paranormal all-star doesn't even make sense. Right? It doesn't make sense because they don't got stats. I never seen a paranormal guy dunk.
It's all unprovable. Really.
Books. How about books? How many paranormal books have I read that are basically a review of something this guy read from other books? Like, in other words, all I'm getting now is this guy read these 3 ghost books, took that information and made this ghost book. It's like, well, guy, I'll just go read the 3 books, save you all the printing, and we'll call it even. I don't want to read those books. And then lastly, I don't care who's on TV. I wish them all luck. I don't worry about it. I don't, because from what I know, it's all crap. From what people tell me, you don't get on with great proof, with great this, with great that. You got to know how to go, oh my God, what was that? 10 times in a row.
You have to be interesting to watch.
Man, hey, look, I know people in reality TV. I know people that actually make movies. I know for a fact when they film this stuff, you get all kinds of reaction stuff. I know that there's a pressure to having to perform when the camera's rolling. Hey, Mike, we're gonna get this $1 million film crew to come down and watch you and Sarah go look at a ghost in this house. Ghost better be there. No, there's no pressure there, right? So
Bam.
I don't even blame the people that fake it because I don't care. Like it's fake. I know it is. Whatever, dude. It's like I'm not gonna stop you from making fake stuff. You can never stop people from making, and they're gonna do it. But it's just like we just said earlier about the woman that will say one in a million that says something that didn't, and those other women can't stand her for doing that because don't help ruin a cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By being that person. So it's just this is all about a small group of people that I feel like if we stood in a room and we spoke in one constant tone in one constant rhythm, right? They still wouldn't understand. And that is from Faith No More. But that is what I really mean. Like you can just tell somebody flat out over. These people, they don't care about the truth. They don't care about what do they care about? And nothing. They want to spoil your day. You couldn't have done something so, dude. If somebody does something so bad to me that I even consider putting their name in a post, I would have solved it before I even got to the computer. I'm not handling that with a computer. If I'm that mad,
exactly. Yep.
No. So I don't get the whole like reasoning, but I mean I know why they do it because why not? There are shit scares, and dude, again, the paranormal thing is weird because it's a lot of it's unprovable, right? But what's great about it are the people that really get into it, enjoy it, tell stories, want to hang out with other people, tell stories, whatnot. But anytime you can say something's unprovable, certain things are completely unprovable, like Bigfoot, you really can't. Anytime you leave that door open, the storytellers come in. The people that want to like be like, oh yeah, oh Bigfoot. And I have a hard time with someone that'll say to me like, oh, I saw a ghost last night. No, wait a minute. No, that was the alien. Let me tell you about Bigfoot. Saw him last weekend, and I'm going, yeah, everyone? Everyone? Did you see Dracula? Have you seen a werewolf? Have you seen a werewolf? What's a werewolf and a wolf man difference?
A wolfman's the wolfman all the time, and the werewolf's a human until the full moon.
Flip that, I think it is. Wolf man would refer to him being part wolf, part man, right? So he turns into a wolf at night. Angel,
no, I think they're like
werewolf,
that all the time.
wolf man. What's the difference?
I have no clue.
I'm guessing.
Really don't.
I'm going to say
I always thought that was the same.
I think a werewolf isn't a werewolf bitten by it becomes a. No, I think
you have to be bitten by another werewolf.
Yeah, wolf man's like he's half wolf, half man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Werewolf is like a different.
Whatever. Werewolf, you have to be turned.
Hey, you guys
you have to be turned into a werewolf. Which
I just play the games. I'm just saying, like,
if I had to be turned into everything, I would totally want to be a werewolf.
Just actually, if you had to pick vampires or werewolves, like in the movie, which side would you take? No, not Twilight. Let's be serious.
Sparkle is a vampire.
No,
I don't want this. I don't want the skinny pale one. Can I have the other one?
I'm talking about what was the where they're fighting the war.
Underworld.
Underground.
Underworld.
Underworld
with what's her face? That chick. Yeah.
Chick.
The chick with the face.
You know how there's that werewolf and there's the vampire part.
They're Lycan.
Yeah. Okay. You call them Lycan, I call them werewolves.
Okay.
I'm not politically correct, I guess, when it comes to the cryptids. Now, which side would you have taken, Angel?
I would have to take the vampires.
You want to get bit by the vampires, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, in those movies, I want to go with. I'll go with the face. I'm gonna just follow her. She's badass.
I would have went with the werewolf.
Kate Beckinsale. Yes.
No.
I'm going Kate.
She is hot. She really is. Yeah.
I would take the werewolves. I would want to be a werewolf. I would rather be a werewolf. And my reasoning is they're people walking around, regular people. You get to be a regular person. Hey, you walk around, do this, whatever. And then you get to turn into this like Hulk. That's pretty cool. I don't want to be a vampire because you're a vampire the whole time. And that doesn't look fun. They look bored. Vampires always look bored. Unless it's like a sexual vampire thing.
Yeah,
Whole
it's gonna say
story.
that's because you haven't read paranormal romance novels or listened to paranormal romance TikToks, because those vampires are like, you can
I
bite
try to
me,
I try to read. I try to
bite
read.
me wherever you want.
Right?
Reading makes me sleepy.
Not
No,
this reading.
Yeah, but
Sarah, have you ever read J.R. Ward?
No.
You know
Do
who
I
she
need
is?
to?
Oh,
No.
you have to. Black
I'm writing it
Dagger
down.
Brotherhood is the name of her series. You will fall in love with them, I promise you. J.R.
I'm writing it
Ward, W-A-R-D is her name. Yep.
Thank you,
And the Black
Angel.
Dagger Brotherhood. It's an amazing series.
wait a minute,
Are
hold on.
there
Sorry.
sexy vampires?
Sorry, 1983. It's Porky's. It's about a bunch of high school kids that try to sneak. I'm just figuring if you're going to be looking up that stuff, you can look up that one too. They
I
made
was
It's
Porky's
poor.
too.
It's a book. It's a book series.
Well,
Books.
Porky's was the book. No, there's a book.
No.
Porky's. I actually own the book. You know what? I own a paperback of Porky's. Yes, I do.
You do not.
I guess I do. I'm not lying about that. And you know what's even weirder? My mom bought it for me from the drugstore.
Does she know what it was?
Yeah, she knows I saw the movie. I was only like 12, but like,
Does she know what was in the movie?
we had a black box that got us the free HBO.
Yeah.
We'd watch
Oh,
the
okay.
movies. They knew we were watching. Dude, I said I'm 80 something, right? Like, it's a long time ago that I was watching movies. Like, that's the last.
So
time my
off
parents worried.
topic.
They would just kick me out the door. So, Angel, I guess what I'm trying to do with my stupidity is explain that, people are stupid, and you can't stop them from saying stupid stuff. You just have to figure out how you want to handle it. And I'm not saying how you handle it is right or how I handle it is right. There's
Right.
definitely a line stepping. You
Yeah.
have to draw your line, and if they step over that line, well, then that's on you. But I really think that the less you even respond, mentally they go, why isn't he responding? Why doesn't he? Why won't he? And then it's just like,
See, I haven't been though. Like I've been seeing these posts about, this person not liking this person and this person did that and this location is horrible. I've been reading these posts for months now. And I leave it alone because it there's no definitive proof out there. It's just people talking shit pretty much. You know what I mean? Unless you have something to back it up. I don't care. What got me yesterday, and the only reason why I posted what Sarah read was I was scrolling through, found a gentleman, I'm not going to name drop, but he had posted something along the lines of all these, other posts about sexual harassment and, something needs to be done and blah, blah, blah. The same man tried to kiss one of my crewmates just a couple years ago. This man is married. This man has been posting so many videos and posts about doing the right thing and treating women with respect. And where the hell was that man 3 years ago when you tried to kiss my crewmate? Are you kidding me?
that was the same
And
guy.
then to make it even worse, people are commenting on this man's post, and one of the men that agreed with this post is the same guy that tried to kiss me at Licking County Jail in Ohio.
I got two questions. One, what in God's name does tried to kiss mean? What I mean by that is, what guy leans in and, I guess I'm just not cool.
Sarah, have you ever had this happen?
Yeah, no, I believe it does. I'm just asking as a guy.
Oh, it happens a lot more than you would imagine.
I wouldn't even
lean
have
in or just straight up grab you by your face.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had someone try to grab me by my face and pull you in.
Yep. I've had men walk in front of me and put their hands on my hips and pull them to me or to them. Oh yeah.
It's sexy in the movies, guys. If you don't have like consent before, just like don't touch a woman.
Right. Yeah.
At all. It's not
These are things that happen on investigations. And when it happened to me, I confronted the person and told them, look, you know this was wrong. You make this right. I want to talk to your wife. I want her to know what you're doing out here. And I did. And then it became her problem. This is her man that's out there trying to do this to somebody in the dark. This is her problem. She knew about it. She handled it. It's out of my hands at that point. I brought it to light. I told the right person. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this man hurt me, but it was very inappropriate. And if you're married and you're doing this and your woman is not okay with that, what are you thinking? Are you think I'm just going to let you do that? No.
So I'm interesting.
I need a clarification because I'm stuck here again with words and actions.
Okay.
A guy does something inappropriate to you in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it matter if he's married, single, Santa Claus?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
So all right, but then where I guess maybe I'm even disagreeing with you.
My particular experience was with a married man, though.
Okay,
so I'm talking on my experience. In general, no, it's not okay at all by anybody. But my experience was a married man that did this. And
your problem was with who? The guy.
With the guy, yeah.
Why would you tell the wife?
Why wouldn't I?
Well, why would you?
If I was married and my husband was on an investigation and he approached another woman and tried to kiss her, I would want to know that.
Oh, I know you would. I know you would want to know.
I would not post that on Facebook, and I would not ask him.
I know you would want to know. We all would want to know, right? We all would want to know. We all put ourselves in a situation we go, I'd want to know, right?
Right.
But what I'm saying is him being a scumbag, right, to you is between you and him. Like, that's involving a family when that happens. And I'm not saying, look, and I'm not saying you're wrong for how you handle it. I'm just trying to, I got to do the other side of this or we'll all be going in on this. I personally would think that you handle it with the guy himself. If he's a dick beyond that and there's issues, then I can see calling in the troops, right? Because
what if I didn't say anything to anybody but him? What are the chances of him going out and doing it the very next night? Very good, right? Because only I confronted him. Nobody else knows.
Stopping. Somebody that does something like this, their wife's not stopping them.
Well, he's going to lie to his wife. She's going to believe him.
Wife didn't stop him the first time from doing it.
Yeah,
he had a wife the first time. Her knowing and being mad and being on the lookout for it. What is she going to do? Be on the lookout for him inappropriately touching other women? That's like, that's ridiculous. Like, because in other words, he's like a criminal. Say he's a criminal. Like, you can tell his wife that he's a criminal to watch out for him being a criminal. Like, it's weird. It's just like, again, that's in my head. It's always like, it's that guy. It's his issue. It's his problem. Like, if you said I blasted him in the face, I would have been like, yeah, all right, I get that. That makes more sense to me than going to. No offense, I'm just being honest. Like, than telling the spouse. It's almost like this. If the spouse doesn't already know that this guy, because see, inappropriately touching is so much different than anything else we're talking about, right? So it doesn't matter if he's married or not. It just doesn't. It's him. It's not his marriage. Is that scumbag who touched you in the dark as a person. So I don't even know if telling his wife's the best way to stop him. She lives with him.
Well, he doesn't investigate anymore.
Well, there we go. So maybe she did. You don't know.
I'm just saying, those type of people.
It's been 2 years since he's been on an investigation. He quit his team and everything. So,
but
at least there's one less pervert out there.
I'll agree with
assaulting women.
Yeah, assaulting women. I was going to say, yeah, please stop it there. Well, but what I meant was, yeah, but it doesn't stop them. Like in general, like they're just in other words, taking from this show, you need to be alert of your surroundings at all times. You can drink and have fun on these Paracons and whatnot, but either have somebody looking out for you or stay somewhat more in control. Right. Secondly, don't go anywhere alone as a female. Just don't. I don't care if we're talking paranormal or anything. Like, just be smart about it. Just be smart about it. When it comes to gossip and stuff, I guess I'm just an old Italian I just really, it's just, I mean, it was so ingrained in me that you just don't say anything. You just, but you handle whoever it is that have an issue with, but you don't say stuff. You do, and you don't mention other names or bring other people into anything. I don't know why, and I'm probably not even right, but that was like my moral code. Just like my dad said, just shut up. Like, I remember one time we got pulled over. My dad was driving. I don't know what he got pulled over for, but my dad leans over and goes, "Don't say a single word to him." I'm like, holy shit. Like, that was my upbringing with police. Just don't say anything to anybody. Just don't say anything. Like, you weren't supposed to talk. I don't know. But I guess you got to out some people, right? I mean, I guess. But see, that's the whole point. I don't like outing people. I guess this is really just me being a jerk. I just don't like to out people. Like, I don't think, like, I think they're gonna out themselves. Like, they do out themselves in general. Like, that's why I don't go back to people when they're like throwing stuff at me, because it's like, dude, if you're that miserable that you're in the middle of like the night, especially, my favorite is when you get somebody blasting you at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those because
what are you doing? What are you doing that you're messaging me at 3 a.m?
It's a logical time to make a decision and make a post. I would say don't ever post a paragraph at 3 a.m. If it gets past 2 sentences, slow down. Don't hit enter, because nothing comes out good. And again, they're idiots.
Right.
Angel, I think I would say there's just a lot of idiots out there. And it's
There
not just
are.
the paranormal world. It's just the paranormal world loves to expand.
It's not a paranormal issue. It's literally men not respecting boundaries.
Oh, yeah.
And just respecting us as women. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed in the last, it's a shame, but in the last 5 or 6 years, I've noticed there's more women that are having this issue. And there's an awful lot of racist people in this field. I never realized it until, like I said, in the last few years. I mean, I'm losing
racist
so
people
much
are
respect
everywhere.
for I know. It's harder to deal with when, you're a part of a community and you want to believe that people are good, and you want to believe that everybody's there for the same reasons. And when you find out that they're not, it's heartbreaking. It's.
Can I?
Angel. Wait, can I say something, Mike?
Yeah.
So in response to new investigators watching with what we've discussed, I think we've covered the gossip thing. Mike, great job. Angel, great job. As far as like any SA or inappropriate touching or inappropriate talking,
you should know better.
Say it like this. Yeah. If I am a woman, I should follow what Mike says and keep myself protected. If I am a man, no, wait, let me finish and then you can respond to Sin. Sin, you had to just freaking heck. Mike, hold it for a second. If you are a man, keep your hands and your mouth to yourself, unless otherwise given some sort of, it has been said that I am flirty. If I am actually giving you permission to come at me like that, there's going to be no question. You're going to know. Like you're going to know. If there's any doubt, just keep your hands in your mouth, like words to yourself. Now, Mike, I know you have to. Oh, Sid Schrader, author, what did you do? No. Oh no.
So wait, I want you to take out a married man. By a married man, and just read the sentence.
Yeah.
Mike, if your daughter was on investigation and got groped, what would you do?
You'd kill him.
It doesn't matter if he's married, Sin. That's my point.
Yeah.
It could be a married man that you could have said, what if it was like a circus clown, a juggler, magician, anybody in the circus? I'll take anybody.
Yeah.
But same results. Same results. It doesn't matter that it's a married man. It doesn't matter at all that he's married. Like read that sentence. Why does it matter to me would it matter that he's married? Did she get groped? Apparently. That's all I need to know. Who is he? What's he look like?
Your partner is supposed to be a representative of you. So in my opinion, like I get what you're saying, Mike, I really do. It doesn't matter whether somebody's married or not, but when you're dealing with somebody that isn't married and they do something like that, you can confront them and handle it. And chances are they're not going to give a shit. They're going to go out and do it again because nobody else knows. You go to a man's wife and say, this man did this to me. I think, you should know what your husband is doing while we're supposed to be out there investigating. Chances are it might not stop him. You're right. It might not stop him, but it could. And it might make him think twice. And if women will get it through their heads to make sure, like you said, do not go off alone.
Yeah.
Have your recorder going at all times.
And don't
Take
trust anybody.
protection with you. Yeah.
I don't care how long you. Yep. And I don't care how long you've known them. I don't care how long you've known the guy. Doesn't matter.
I agree with that too.
But that's where it starts. We need to start teaching, especially the younger women that are getting involved in this, how to protect themselves and what to look out for. Because, it's what else are we going to do?
Specifically, those younger women that are getting into it, Angel, because when I was starting out, so many gross men tried to take advantage of the fact that I was trying to learn.
Yep.
To get me in a spot where they could do something to me.
So, two quick things. One, I don't trust Sin anymore because I think she was trying to get me to admit to a felony.
Yeah, she was trying to get you to admit to a felony.
She knows the answer of a question she's asking me. I would do not. I would have a long talk with the gentleman. That's what I would do. Now, really quickly though, I want to throw this guy at you. Paranormal females are aggressive.
That's why I said, if we want you to touch us, you'll know.
No, in person. So like, no, I'm being serious. Like, they'll come up and just grab you by the shoulder or slap you in the arm, stuff like that, all the time, like all the time. And I think it's just because there's really no men in the paranormal scene
that are attractive.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying there's no men. I just think there's a lack of men. I don't know what it is.
There's a lot of men.
Well, all right. I don't know what's going on. Very aggressive. Well, Jack, I'm not saying I've ever been offended. Actually, I was offended at the liquor store, but that's a totally different story. This woman in front of me turned around, right, and just started to feel me. I'm not joking. Older woman. And she was like, oh, and she's saying something. I'm going to know what she's saying. I'm going, what do I do now? Because I'm like 6 feet. She's like 4 feet tall. She's laughing. She's having a good time. She's older. And she's like, so I just stood there. She grabbed my shoulders and maybe.
Did you see it all? I'm taking it down.
I'm trying to avoid Sin right now because I'm not just talking about punches and kicks. Like is she all fired up at home right now? You think she's like,
I don't know. But see, okay, so ladies, let's be fair. Ladies, you also should not inappropriately touch the men. We should also not do that. Like everybody you're investigating ghosts. There's no reason for touching unless you're having a seance and we're all holding hands. And then I even ask, is it okay for me to hold your hand?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a hugger. I'm a hugger. I love hugging. Yeah. So I will initially hug somebody upon, arriving. And then when we're saying goodbye, you know what I mean? But as far as the in between, no, like my girls, the part of, my crew, we'll like nudge each other and, hey, did you hear that? And things like that. But no, you're right. Yeah. People tend to be a little too touchy-feely on both sides, but unfortunately, it is mostly men. I mean, come on, let's be real. There are some aggressive women out there, but
of course.
And the point isn't just
99%
about the touching. The point is
boundaries.
Boundaries, and with a female. I'm concerned about a female being alone in the dark and something like that's happened. As a man, if I try to inappropriately grab you, absolutely wrong. You could defend yourself against me, right? Right? Mike, you pretty sure you could take me?
Oh, you were actually asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I could. I don't know. I'll say yes.
All right, so if I'm coming, you could probably handle the situation. But if I am a smaller female and that's happening, I might feel like I'm in more trouble. I'm gonna have fear. So, but yeah.
Vulnerable. Yeah, we are
I'm with
definitely
you
more
on
vulnerable.
this, but right now I'm scared by a squirrel, so I don't know the dynamics anymore because like I'm like yeah you're right, but like what scares you scares you.
Mhm.
Yeah, but didn't Jack just complain about being slapped on the butt?
Well, Jack, he
That's just
should
good
know
game. That's
that
just good
woman
game,
should
Jack.
not have slapped him on the butt. She absolutely should not have slapped him on the butt. That's inappropriate. That doesn't, and again with women,
My bad. I don't count
it's a
that as
fine line
inappropriate.
between
Guy.
there's a fine line between just being inappropriate and it being like legally like inappropriate and punishable.
See, here's my hypocrisy again.
Oh no.
A guy slapping a woman on the butt is so much worse. A woman slapping a guy on the butt because I just think you're a guy. Just what is what it is. Just like I don't. It just
respect people's personal space.
Don't complain. I don't complain about. I wouldn't complain about being slapped. You would never hear me come back and be like, "Man, I got slapped on the butt today."
Respect personal space, but if it's that important, you don't go to Europe because everyone's kissing, touching, in your face, grabbing, everything all the time. I'm telling you.
What are you on? What are you talking about right now?
I'm saying, as Americans, we have larger boundaries than other countries. So,
Angel, did you say you were going to travel abroad? Did you just say that?
I have no intention.
Are you traveling?
I don't know.
You going to Europe?
Nope.
No.
Sarah, why did you want to give us stats on the Europeans?
I don't know.
They're
very touchy. They're very touchy.
Yeah, they are, and they wear inappropriate bathing suits. And I found out on my honeymoon, sometimes they don't wear bathing suits. And the only reason I can say this, that I found this out, is because the very first time a woman walked by me on the beach with no bathing suit.
Did you yell boobs?
Yeah, pretty much. Dude, she was so embarrassed. I think she told me to go back to the blanket, but it was pretty much like, oh, I went, oh. She's going, what are you? I'm going, oh, like, who the frig yells that? Like me, because I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But that's how cool I was. Yeah, that's how I handled myself on my very first nude European beach. Ooh.
So cool.
Listen, overall, it's about being a person, right? A
Yeah.
human. And so you just conduct yourself appropriately. We're not all saints or sinners, right? But you got to know what not to do to someone else. Like if you want to do something to yourself or go do something, whatever, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
But don't do something to yourself during the investigation while other people can see.
What secondly I was going to say was, when you're on an investigation, you should know that you're on an investigation.
And that's what you're doing.
You're representing stuff. It's not hookup time.
Right.
That would be probably either after or before. No. The middle is the investigation. I'm just saying the investigation time is investigation time. That's all I'm saying is like investigate. If you want to go do something after the investigation, I don't need to know. Go where you want to go. You're an investigation. We just focus on the investigation. That's why I'm old, and that's why I'm a curmudgeon.
And the paracons are free for all. So just watch your liquor intake and don't go places alone.
Right. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Because they're just, yeah.
And any last words to your hater?
Angel, are you asking Angel if she has any last words? Yeah.
Any last words to your hater? That's what I'm gonna use the term.
I don't know.
The person
I have no words.
It wasn't about her.
All I want to say is just I want people to just use their brains a little bit and use your brains to think for yourselves, and have a little bit of respect, not for the people that are doing wrong, but for their loved ones and the people that are involved in their lives, because you're not just bringing the spotlight out on, a terrible person. You're bringing their entire life into the spotlight, and it's not fair to them people.
Absolutely.
I it's weird. I agree with you and disagree with you. all at the same time.
That's okay.
No, it is good. No, dude, that's how it's supposed to be. That's the
Right.
problem people have. If you don't agree with me, oh, I don't like you. Well, why not? He doesn't agree with me. Or I'll have a guest on. They'll be like, don't have that guest on. Why not? But that's any other. Yeah. All right. We'll talk about it on the show. It's like,
Right.
I don't get it. So this is such a weird topic for me because I've been involved with it, but I haven't been involved with it. Like my name's been involved with it, but I personally haven't been involved with it because I don't want to. Sarah, am I wrong when I say that? I don't want to. You know that. I just don't.
No, and I don't want to either. And just as a disclaimer, if you come at me and you say something like mildly annoying, I'm probably going to ignore it. If you come at one of my friends, you better be careful.
It's over. Yeah.
It's on.
I'll hurry up and protect and defend my friends way before I do myself.
Yeah, you'll let stuff go when it's about you way before if it's about one of your friends. If you come at someone I care about, you're probably going to have a really bad week.
Look,
yeah,
we're on Block Island. We're on Block Island. Sarah can attest to this. And the dog started chasing us. And I protected everybody else. I tripped Sarah.
Wasn't hard to do.
Sorry.
I'm not very coordinated. I fall down all the time.
I forgot to throw a cheap joke in at the end.
Yeah.
Cheap joke at the end. Angel, anything you got going on or anything you like to talk about? Anything you want to plug?
Just actually Sin is a part of this. I'm going to be releasing my 52nd book. I was hoping to release it this month, but people are a little bit behind, so that's not going to happen. But January, I'm releasing a book called Spirit Talkers, and it's going to be my stories in there, but also a few other people, mediums that can communicate and speak with the dead and their experiences and how they got into it, just kind of their stories behind it. So that's going to be released next month. But other than that, that's all I got going on right now.
Sarah Parr?
To wrap it up, if you have any questions about our episode today of Paranormal 101, or if there's a question or subject in particular you would like covered, please message us at legitpodcast.com to spell it out. And stay tuned. We're Mike, we're almost at the relaunch. Oh yeah, Angel, where are your books?
Amazon.
You can get them on Amazon.
Okay.
But if you go to my Facebook page, there's links to all my books there.
Awesome. And we can put it up on our website too.
Facebook page. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost time for the relaunch. We got some brand new shows coming up beginning of January. So
Shaw Wooten, who's watching
Shaw Wooten will be February. Shaw starts in February.
But it's
and we got JK47 coming on. Hopefully Sin Trader Hill author is going to be doing her own show starting in January. What else we got? Oh, we have our dating advice show with Krista and myself starting.
We have the show that I will avoid. Like it was the plague back in the old days. Like the plague happened like 10 years before I was born. What I'm saying is that dating show, it's legit ladies spill the tea. So it's basically going to be
this kind of stuff,
modern dating stuff like that. It's going to be brutal. Because I was in the pre-production show thing of it, and
we're not pulling any punches.
Men are awful, and men, we are dumb.
You can come on that show sometime, Angel.
I'm one of them. What's that?
Yeah, we're not pulling any punches in Legit Ladies Spill the Tea. We're going to just let it fly. We're not going to man bash. We're not man bashing, and we want men on to give their side of we like some dialogue, but Well, and we're going to even have on the squirrel and Mike's ceiling.
I didn't. You know what? He'll be dead by then. But I didn't tell you that right after Legit Ladies Spill the Tea, we're going to do Legit Men Drink Beer, and we're not going to talk about anything. We're probably not going to talk about anything. We're just going to sit.
You're just going to groan, and they're just going to
talk about football every now and then. I'll be like, "You see the Giants?"
Scratch themselves.
They'll probably pass gas.
I'm going to do the wrap up now. Guys, please like and subscribe. Please check out highharvest.net. I don't have to explain The products, I think the name says it all, but they are great products. Brownies, cookies. I don't know if they can do like lobster or chicken. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
All our shows. The next show will be Sunday. I don't know if I'm gonna do legit fantasy football. The Giants have ruined. I'm gonna sue them for mental cruelty. I'm gonna be the first person to sue a professional franchise. Sarah, can you tell that I'm starting to not pronounce words?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Angel's the thing with me. When I'm like,
Yep.
I can't pronounce. I get lazy. I don't want to say the words. Like I talk too much. So
when I talk too much, people mute me, but that's a whole nother story.
She's mad because she got muted on the news because she doesn't know the rules of the news. You don't just speak over another. Never mind. So for Angel Vaow, for Sarah Paranormal, it's me, Michael B. King, Michael. This was Legit Paranormal 101 brought to you by legitpodcast.com. Thank you guys for watching. Somebody mentioned the